I didn't, and I didn't because the person that I was with, unplanned, after 6 months of us meeting, she fell pregnant, and it was around that time. And I thought, no, there's like a little person coming that's going to need me, and maybe I wasn't really ever going to. I don't know. I know at the time it just felt like I don't know if it's that I wanted to die, but I know I was struggling so much with all the things that were going on and didn't know how to navigate it. And it felt even more difficult because I spent so much time doing kind of self-development and to a degree understanding like behavior and psychology. So then when it was all this was happening, it's like, God, I understand all this stuff and I still have no way of managing this. So it was a process. It was a process. And I would say honestly, I mean, I would say it was November last year that I felt like I really actually became like really started to come out of it, and not to that extent, not to that extent. I'd say maybe that was 2 years of being not great, not great. At the peak of how bad I felt, maybe that lasted about 6 months, which is quite a while to be to be feeling like that. Yeah.
That's amazing. I think it's important for everyone to understand how long we can be in these different cycles and how different things can trigger them. That's like a moment that we remember in time. It's like, oh yeah, that's when it really started to unravel. And then depending on the lives that we built for ourselves, it can take us a very long time to ultimately work through that. And I think that that's really important to mention because we often get presented this idea like, oh, here's how you deal with this in 5 minutes, or here's how you can deal with this in 10 minutes and do this meditation and it'll all be fixed. And I think those might be tools that support us along the way, but really there's some other much deeper evolution that's taking place. And it seems like it's connected to our destiny and it's much deeper. And along that way, the mind can play tricks on us and make us think really crazy things like, the idea of being able to escape in some way, very dramatic, even though we ultimately can't. And I think that that's another aspect of the sort of fallacies of life we get presented with, that really there's no out to life. I've searched for it for many different ways and angles through all the different ceremonies I've done, and ultimately found that there is no out to this universe. We're made of the universe. We're part of the universe. We're made of this earth. We're part of this earth. And so even if we could somehow get out of the body, we can't get out of the soul. And the soul is the part of us that's really in development that we're going through all the time.